Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting tutorial. This is Ajalam here. Thank you so much for coming around, and if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the bell icon so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much. So for today's tutorial, I'll quickly share with us on how to make a cord piping on a round neckline. So if you're interested, keep on watching. This is half yard. This is by 18 inches. I'll be using this for the lower part because I'll be making the lower part. It's going to be a pleated dress. So this part, I'll be using this part for the lower part, and this red that I have here is for the upper part of this dress, and this black is what I'll be using to pipe with the neckline and the sleeve. And I have my cord. Here. This is what I'll be using for the neckline and the sleeve parts of this dress. So I'm going to take my pattern now and then cut out the upper parts. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on how to draft a basic bodice, so you can check that out so that you get to know how to do that step by step. And our beginner class is starting up very soon, so if you're interested in our beginner class, kindly check the description below for the number to reach out for more details. So I'm going to take my pattern now and then cut it all out, and then we continue. All out, this is what I have. This is the upper part and the sleeve. This is where we're going to pipe, which is the most important part of this tutorial. And here I have a little band that I'll be adding to the waist area. So now for the piping, I'm going to use this black. For that, I'm going to cut a bias strip. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to mark this straight line. When cutting a bias strip, you need to cut this way, not straight. So I'm going to use this now to mark. Okay, so now you can see the way I just marked that. That is how I'm going to cut. So I'll be cutting out 1 inch, should be enough. So I'll just mark 1 inch following that line and then cut it out. That is what I'm going to use to pipe the neck and the sleeve. So after marking it out now, just cut it out and then we continue. So here I have it cut out. This is how it looks. So this is what I'm going to use. I'll still cut more for the sleeve, but I'm going to use this to illustrate for the neckline so that you understand better. So this is what I'm going to use. Before sewing this now, you need to take your cord. Here I have a very tiny cord here, and then I'll place it in between these and then close it up. Okay, this is going to be inside, that is the cord is going to be inside. And then when you want to sew, you need to use your zipper foot for this so that it will be easy for you to sew. So I'm going to take my zipper foot now and fix it, then I will sew very close to the cord inside. Okay, so let me just do all that quickly and then we continue. So here I just finished sewing. I just used my zipper foot like I said earlier and did the stitching. And when you are sewing, make sure you don't sew on top of your cord, just sew very close to your cord. So now I'm going to keep this aside and then join the shoulders together before sewing the cord on the neckline. So I'll take this part now and join the shoulders together, and I'll repeat the same on my lining. So here I just finished joining the shoulders together and I did the same on my lining as well. So I'm going to turn this now. This is the front. I'll take this one now. This is the front side, so I'm going to take this and place it here using 1/4 inch or how many inch you prefer using as your seam. So I'm going to use mine, I'm using 1/4 inch. I'm going to use that now and follow the line, the first one that I did, and sew it all the way around. As I'm sewing, I'll keep on adjusting it till I get to this other end. After sewing it, this is how it looks. Okay, and remember to use your zipper foot as well when you want to sew it on the neckline. So this is what I have. I'm going to notch it here and there now, and then I'll take my lining and place on top, and we're almost done with this part. Now you can see that it's very easy and simple to pipe a round neckline or any other type of neckline that you're using. Okay, so I'm going to notch this very well and then we continue. So after notching it, this is what I have, and at this point you can cut out any excess of your bias. You can cut it off now. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lining. This is the front, so I'll take my lining, making sure that the front is facing each other. This is the front as well, so I'm going to place it over this way now and then turn it the other way, this other way now, and follow the same line of your thread and stitch. So I'm going to follow the same line that I used to sew the bias strip and sew it all the way down to this other end. So after sewing it, this is what I have. As you can see, it's already looking so beautiful. This is the back and this is the front. So I'm going to repeat the same on the sleeve and then give it a good press. Then we join the lower parts of this dress. So here is the sleeve. As you can see, I did the same thing I did on the neckline. This is what it looks, very nice and beautiful. So now I'm going to add a little pleats on these parts, just small 2 or 3 pleats, and then I'll join it on this upper part. So after joining the sleeve, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's already looking so nice and beautiful. So now my upper part is ready. It's time to cut out the lower part, which is just the pleated part of this dress. I believe by now you know how to pipe your neckline or the sleeve, okay, or any part that you really want to pipe. This is the back, how it is. So now I'm going to keep this aside and cut out the lower part. For the lower part, I'll be making the length 12 inches because this is for a year-old baby girl. So I'm going to make it 12 inches plus 2 inches for my sewing allowance, making it 14 inches. Here is half yard, so I'm going to cut out 14 inches now. So here I have my 14 inches cut out, and the waist measurement is 21 inches plus 1 inch for zipper allowance, making it 22 inches. So I'm going to pleat now until I have 22 inches, which is needed for the waist measurement. So I'm going to pleat and then join it with the upper part and show you the final look of this dress. So after joining it with the lower part, this is what I have. As you can see, the dress is already looking so beautiful. The only thing left now is to add your lining. If you like, you can also add a little hard net to give it that boost. And then your zipper. I have a video on how to attach an invisible zipper. I will drop the link in the description box. So that is it for today. Please subscribe if you have not, and don't forget to turn on the bell icon so that I get notified anytime I post a new video. So guys, see you also.